Hey everyone, my name is Echo and welcome to another realism-based add-on. This is called Realism Plus and is created by Squared Dreams. This is available for 1,170 Minecraft coins. As a bonus, it can be stacked with pre-existing realism add-ons. Now, I promise you, there is a very good reason why I'm standing on this specific block in the middle of a jungle. Because like I said, this add-on can coexist with pre-existing realism-based add-ons. So if you didn't like a specific setting, you're able to alter these to have one specific setting better. So for example, if we go inside of here, tap on other, and you didn't necessarily like the sun lens flare inside of Spark Universe, but you do like it inside of this one, that's fine. Now you can alter this. Maybe you preferred the other one. So if I was to go on to settings inside of this add-on, let's go to weather in this one, I think, realistic sun. You could, in fact, turn them both off if you wanted to. Now, sometimes it can take a little bit of time to update, but this one did update in real time. Let's say you did prefer the realism from Spark Universe. Go into your other, go and turn this on, hit submit, and as you guys will see, you have the lens flare on this specific add-on. Now, this counts for as many different settings as possible. So I will go ahead and disable this one for now. But if you did already have a pre-existing realism pack, but you like specific settings inside of this one, they do work side by side, and for me that is a very big factor. Everything within this add-on can be toggled on or off with the flick of a button. Now the cool thing is you're able to customize this depending on your device, whether you're playing on mobile, whether you're playing on PC, or whether you're playing on console. So let's go and turn this on in real time. We'll open up this, tap on settings, go to weather, and turn this back on. So a couple of things I'd like to mention. I did get access to this add-on early, but this is not a paid promotion. And everything you see is still in my honest opinions. So once you do have this installed in a brand new world or pre-existing, you'll be given the Realism add-on book. This is your gateway to everything you need to know. Welcome to Realism Plus. Rediscover your worlds with a new and overhauled graphics. All of our effects and visuals are independently toggleable in our settings, allowing the greatest customization possible. And if you do discover a bug, feel free to reach out to the creators. More importantly, there are some tips and tricks, and this is kind of aimed more at the lower end devices. So you are able to customize this if you are having some issues. It does recommend custom block generation to be low/off, waterfall particles to be low/off, and realistic sun off. There is also a dynamic light which can be turned on or off. So within this add-on, there are going to be items and blocks that will naturally generate. You've seen it on the introduction and you can see it right here. So this right here is different kinds of foliage. If you spend a lot of time inside of like a jungle, for example, this stuff will start to generate. However, I don't think it offers anything different in your Minecraft world. It's more just to make things like jungles feel a little bit more dense. Another thing that will be recommended is to turn off your clouds. This can be done by going into your settings, scroll down to video, scroll down once again, and make sure your render clouds are off, because you don't actually get the atmospheric experience if these are turned on. This add-on is preying a lot on the custom sounds and effects, and the longer you spend in a specific biome, the more it's going to change, but also the more things are going to start to generate. A different type of cacti here, and one over there which looks like it does have a prickly pear. However, if I do go ahead and break this, it doesn't actually produce anything at all. So for me, that's a very big missed opportunity. But I promise you, every single biome you adventure into does have a very different ambient experience. This add-on also comes with custom splash particles, which we have seen in some of the pre-existing add-ons before. Let's see, there you go, right there. This is going to be the same for you, your friends, mobs, etc. If you were to spend your time out at sea, you would hear waves crashing, but also seagulls. So let's go through a bunch of the options that are available. If you open this and tap on settings, we do have block generation. Now you can have this as off if you don't want it to interfere with your worlds. Low, medium. For the sake of today's video, I'm going to set this to high. Now, this can take a little bit of time to take effect, but you can see here things are starting to generate in. I think this is meant to resemble like a starfish that has been stranded upon the beach. I did notice a couple of things that will spawn as well. Now, when it also comes to your water effects, you can have water splashes on or off. You can have this as medium or high. This is the waterfall particle render distance. So I will actually show you this, because if water is actually flowing, it will produce custom animations. In fact, here is a perfect example of this taking place. So at the bottom of a waterfall or flowing water in general, you're going to see particles like this. But if you don't like this, you're able to open up your book and turn this off. However, I think for custom-based gardens, this is something a lot of people will enjoy for fountains. You did see this on the introduction, but during nighttime in specific biomes, there is a chance that you might encounter fireflies. Also, the sounds in biomes like jungles goes much quieter because all of the animals have gone to sleep. Biomes like deserts can be quite demanding because there is a lot of particles. So mainly for people on low-end devices, if this does get a little bit too much for you, just go ahead and open up your book, go to your settings, tap on particles, and you are able to turn these specific things off if it does get a little bit too strenuous for you. This will eventually update, and you'll be able to kind of see things a little bit more clearly. I've had to turn this off sometimes when it gets a little bit too extreme because visibility is massively reduced. But if you want to turn it back on, it's as easy as opening up your book and toggling it. If you enter a biome like snowy slopes, on occasions, you might hear the sounds of a soaring eagle. I love the visual effects though, with this one, with the branches falling off the trees. I do get the atmospheric feeling of that I'm inside of a kind of a dense place that is very desolate, cold, and windy. I wanted to check out the caves. It looks like we also have fireflies down here as well. There is a dynamic light experience. The best way to check this out is to actually convert it into more of a realistic torch. Just put your regular torch inside of the crafting table and it will be converted. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't look like it can go inside of the offhand. And you do end up with custom audio sounds inside of a cave as well. This is really, really cool. I would say the creators of this have focused more on audio rather than the actual visual, which is why this kind of add-on combined with realism VFX would work incredibly well. 2 lots of books with customizable options. Have to admit, though, there's still some really impressive visual things to check out. And it all depends on what kind of biome you go in. For me personally, I think the swamp during the nighttime is a prime example. Even the rain is actually quite satisfying. This is another biome that you might occasionally find yourself some fireflies. Rest in peace, the birch forest changes. I also did manage to hear an owl as well. So I've always wanted Minecraft to have some kind of ambience update, and I think this is quite fitting as a replacement. Did discover some spawn eggs. We do have a seahorse, which is going to generate inside of your ocean. I did notice some squirrels as well. Not sure what biome you will find them in. I did notice the skimmer as well. This is just going to kind of hover across the water. Also, I really love the sun. And then we had snails as well. As for my personal opinions about this add-on, well, it's all going to be down to preference. If you are looking more for an ambient audio experience, then this is definitely going to be the add-on for you. In my honest opinions, if you were looking for visual, then I would recommend the alternative realism. But like I said, if you wanted the better experience, both combined would work. That being said, I did notice a couple of times that the sun can actually glitch out. If you look at it as it's rising, you can see there, and then it kind of will catch up eventually right there. So overall, not a bad add-on. It is available right now on the Minecraft marketplace.